All right, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Forestry Friday. Although we are not going to be doing any type of forestry work, but I am going to be showing you guys the map that I have been working on that I said I was going to have done by November, and it is now December 2nd, and I'm still not done. I would say probably 90% done. There's still a few more details that I need to fix. I've kind of scanned the map real quick and have taken a look, but I haven't went too far. I want you guys to come along with me and spot all the different things that I have yet to fix. A lot of these are just little minor details, such as, you know, grass missing or this missing. And then, as you can tell, this is the map overview for another map, which I do need to fix, which shouldn't take that long, but I just didn't have enough time to do that. We've also got a couple icons here that we need to fix. The shop is showing that it's up here, but it's actually down here. I moved it. So yeah, the map overview and the PDA map or whatever will be updated after the stream when I release the final copy of it. And real quick here, I need to do something real quick. All right. Sorry for the background noise. If it's picking it up, it might be fire trucks. But anyways, so yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at this map. So this is where the new shop area is, or this is where the shop area is. Everything works, except for being able to sell the vehicles within this box here. It's something that I need to do in the XML. It shouldn't be too bad to fix that, but we are able to come to the little icon here, and it'll bring us to the shop, which I am gonna go ahead and buy. I'm gonna buy a little side-by-side here. So that does work. I did notice when I was testing this out right before the stream that when you buy a vehicle, it teleports you into the building. I will look into fixing this. But if you just tab to a vehicle, it'll bring you right back out. So like I was saying, everything in the shop works. All the vehicles will spawn, I think, right here in a line, and also right here. Now, I do want to note that if you start this save in a easy mode save, I guess, there will be like the default vehicles. So like the plow, the small tractor, and there's also a wagon that spawns right here in this. So I will look into that, but if you spawn in easy mode, that will definitely show up, and it does not interfere with the vehicles you buy. So the vehicles that are already in the game will be right here, and then after you fill this row up with your vehicles, and then the other vehicles will spawn right here, the ones you buy. So yep, this is the shop area. Now one of the things I'm going to be saying a lot is there's a lot of dead areas that I need to add some details to, such as more trees or whatever it may be. So you guys are going to see a lot of that. I completely changed this area right here today, and I did a lot over on that side. So there's just a lot of details, and for anybody that knows me knows that I'm very picky when it comes to certain things. So like I've been nitpicking at this, and like oh, there's a little piece of, or there's a little section of dirt right there or whatever, and then just trying to keep track of where everything is. So you guys are probably you might see some floating trees, you might see some trees that are doubled, you might see some textures that aren't in the right spot. These are all things that I am aware of and will fix before I release this. So before we head over to the other part, so this section back here is just kind of an area to kind of fill in the empty space. Now, of course, all the trees on this map can be logged. So technically, if you can find your way back in here, you could log these trees, which I've also went with the painted texture as opposed to the actual physical rock, because just like Mountains of Isolation, I want this map to be customizable to whoever's playing it. So technically you could take this section right here, oh, don't have enough, and you can actually paint over it however you wanted. So of course you can still terraform it too. So you could always smooth it down and then paint yourself a road in here. That way you can get access to that. But yeah, this is kind of just a fill in the space area with some mountains that look pretty similar to Mountains of Isolation. I really like these looks. Now, I will say that I wish I was better, like I was more artistic with my mountains to add like different textures to them. But I'm not that artistic. I'm really not, and like I tried for a good hour or so to try to like paint in different textures and make it a little more, I guess, realistic. But yeah, so this is that's the mountain. So I think that's everything in the shop area. Now the only other thing that I'm going to do in this area is I'm going to add something in the water here to kind of take away some of this big empty space. Maybe a couple boats or, you know, stuff like that. So all right, let's move on from the shop. And let's make our way down this road. Which is going to bring us to the sawmill, which when I first started editing this map, I didn't know how to like move stuff and, you know, change the location of the trigger, which is there not one here? Uh-oh. Okay, well apparently there's not a trigger here for this sawmill. That's not good. Well, what I can do is either figure out how to get the trigger in here. Because when I started editing this map, it was before I started working on Mountains of Isolation, so I didn't know how to move stuff, but once I did Mountains of Isolation, I learned. And I just kind of kept this where it was. Now, what I can do is go back in after the stream and add a trigger, or I can just completely remove this sawmill and make it to where you can place your own. And you'll have this big open area to kind of place whatever you want. I might end up doing that. Not that I couldn't add the sawmill trigger, but I think I might just make it to where you can place your own whatever sawmill you may have, because maybe you don't like that one. But so yeah, this is the sawmill area. Now I do plan on adding some signs on this map, kind of showing you where to go. I don't know if it'll be in this update, but probably in the next, unless I can figure it out within the next couple hours. But anyway, so yep, this is the sawmill. See, this is I don't know, I wouldn't say that this is the boring side of the map, but this is the first portion I did, because I didn't really know which direction I wanted to go with this when I first started editing. So I just kind of started over here and then just kind of built off. So this I did spend quite a bit of time on, this little racetrack here, and I left this area open like this for two reasons mostly. The first reason is I wanted to give the players or whoever's, you know, competing in the race plenty of room to bring their vehicles in and park them. And I also left it open, or I didn't close it off, because how I understand it, whenever you put a lot of extra items in, it can cause lag. So I didn't put any fences up. Originally, I did have fences up around the whole area, which turned out to be a pain in the butt trying to get them placed and like perfectly placed. But I ultimately just got rid of them and went with this dirt border here, I guess, all the way around, which did take a little bit of time to do, especially on the turns. Oh, okay, there's a gap there, so I will make a note of that to fix it. But yeah, I was doing a fence around the whole thing, and just was like, this is way too much detail. So, but I really do like these little mounds here. So yeah, you can race your friends around this track here. There's a straight stretch over here that will lead into the oval track. So you want to race your buddies, you can do that. Now if we go up and over this bridge, it'll take us to another area, which once again I've kind of left open. That way you can bring vehicles in. This next area is a dirt track, and if I remember correctly, there's like 3 or 4 different ways you can do it. Got some hills here. Oh goodness. Got some hills here. This would be really good for like I think there's a couple dirt bike mods, maybe a couple 4-wheeler mods that this would be perfect for. I do need to come in and kind of touch up the grass around it. It's a little jagged in some spots. But yeah, you can do the outer loop here, and then there's a inner loop that will take you to the same thing. And then inside of that, there's also this little loop here too. A little rough right now, but I will add that to the list of things to fix. So yeah, you can come around this way and then that way. So there's different routes that you can go on the track, and you can do it however you want. So let's hop back over the bridge here, and let's go to the next section, which I have, I guess, dubbed as a hill climb. And there's an empty grass spot there, but so it's a hill climb to kind of test to see, you know, what you can pull up the hill. You could do, you know, different pallets, you could do different vehicles. There's 2 ways to get to it. You get to it from the road that we're on now, or you can get to it, actually there's 3. Oh, so there's that road, and the road we just came on. So yeah, start down here at the bottom and then see how far up the hill you make it. And once you get to the top, there is a little bit of a turnaround. And I will be adding some more trees in this area. It is kind of bare. So this is the first section of the map. Whoa. Am I stuck in the dirt? I know why. I have a mod called REA wheels that, depending on your tire type, will determine how much traction you get. And apparently I got stuck in the dirt there. So now if you stay on the road, don't go to the track or the hill climb, this will bring you around here, which will then bring you to the, I guess, the main event area. And also there are a couple hills, like trails, that would be really fun to, you know, go off-roading, or just kind of, you know, you can even log them if you wanted to. They are very steep, very bumpy. I know it's kind of hard to see from ground level what everything is, but once we go through the different areas, I'll go up above and give you guys a good overview after I roll my side by side here, I guess. Yeah, it's looking good, but in the same sense, it's kind of looking a little rough right now. But like I said, I'm aware that there might be grass missing in some spots, or the road might be, might need fixed up. So I will fix all those. So this is one of the trails for this mountain. So let's go this way. So this will, yeah, I would say that this trail is pretty challenging for the most part. So this trail will bring us all the way to the top of this. Oh boy, this is pretty steep. Oh no. Okay. Where are we at? Let's go here. There we go. Where am I at? Actually, don't even know where I'm at. Oh yeah, I do. And we got a nice little flat area right here. You know, if you wanted to do some logging or have a picnic, you could. Actually, let's go right out to the edge here so I can show you. There's where we just came from when you first start out. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's not go over that hill. Probably should have picked a better vehicle for this, but this little side-by-side does not like these hills with this mod. Come on, you can do it. No, you can't. Got a nice little area up here. Kind of a good overlook for part of the map. Little fire watch tower, which here in a couple minutes you guys will see why it's a bad spot for it, or nobody was watching it, because there's a section of the map that did not survive. Kind of like a burned section. And if these trees weren't in the way, then the tower could have seen it. Alright, so let's make our way down this hill. Or I guess let's just drift our way down the hill. I think my guys had way too many to drink. He cannot drive straight to save his life. Alright, so let's head back down to the bottom here and head back out to our gravel road, which would be, I guess, technically the main road in. So this road and the road, if I can drive straight. So this road, and if we would have kept going straight, that road, they just make one big loop. You can get to the main event area from either way. Now originally what I was going to do is these trees in here, I was just going to leave this area kind of blank, and I was going to have like different sections for different events, but what I ultimately decided to do was concentrate the area, or concentrate all the events in one area. Now the only event that I could not add to that section was one that Blocks actually suggested, which was to take a tree and see if you can get it, see if you can fell it or fall it between two cones. Over there, like where the main event was, that would have been perfect, but the issue is you'd have to have a lot of trees, and I didn't want it to be too crowded. So any of these trees in this flat area can be used for that. You can actually go ahead and, I guess, fence. You can take one of your decorations. Just do, let's go with this. And you could place, a lane here or a lane there, and then try to get the tree to fall between those. Alright, so I think we're gonna leave this area for last. And don't mind all the stuff. These are all the different items that I imported through Giants Editor, and I just did not take them out yet, but they will be removed. So let's see here. See if I can find the other trail on this mountain. No, it's somewhere around here. Maybe. Maybe it is. Oh, okay. Starts right there. So I do need to extend that down to the road, but yep, there's another hill here with some trails and pretty similar terrain. I don't think it's as bad as the first hill, but let's go this way. Like I said, all the trees can be logged, so if you don't want to use these trails for, side-by-sides or whatever, you can bring logging equipment in here and just cut away all the trees in the flat area if you don't want to do the felon competition. You can, cut those trees or whatever. I also designated this flat area here, the one we were just at, for getting all your trees for the main event area. Plus you can also get them from anywhere on the map, really, however you guys want to do it. Oh, I'm stuck again. Let's try here. Alright, so I lost the trail. There it is. Yeah, so this one, it's not as bad, but it splits off and goes different ways, and it all makes one big loop. Oh, the road. So this area over here, is like the burned section, the section caught on fire. Now originally I was going to do a swamp area, which I guess it could be, but there's kind of a road through here, and there's some trees that have fallen down. Oh boy. That was a heck of a drop off there. But yeah, so there's some trees in the way that need to be cut out, and there's a couple that have fallen, and I am going to be coming through here and making more of the trees in the I guess the fallen state. I will be updating this area a little bit more, maybe adding a couple more objects or a couple more things, some more details to this area. It's kind of bare right now, but so this is, yeah, so one of the things I worked on right before the stream, like as soon as I got home from work, I immediately started working on this. And it's funny how time flies whenever you're making edits. It's like, where does the time go? Oh, okay, that was weird. Alright, so let's head over to the main event area. The way I've set it up is, you know, you bring your logs in. Or hold on, let me actually get over there first. But I guess the first things first, we should check out the parking lot. Which, in my opinion, looks pretty good. Got some parking spaces, some lights, some planters. There is trailer parking right here. So I guess let's go park on a parking spot. Here we go, and oop, no, that's what I want. So yeah, this is the main event area. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. Of course, I am going to add some more details in this area. So yeah, we got 3 seating sections with, I guess, limited seating. Little barrier here to protect us from whoever's competing, and apparently these are floating. Got a little section here for the kiddies, or for the kids. You know, if they don't want to watch what's going on, they can play. I guess, or I guess if somebody else wants to play in this area, that's completely fine too. So yeah, these 2 sections are more for like the machine type competitions, and then this section is more of the like log throwing competition area, or really whatever you guys want to do. I've put some lines down here, so say you want to see who could throw a log the furthest. You know, you can have your logs here, cut them up, and then see who can chuck them. I'd be really surprised if somebody makes it this far, because that's a heck of a throw. But so yeah, that's this area, and I've left this area blank, so if you guys think of anything else that you want to add to it, you have the room available. I was trying to, over the last couple months, I've been, you know, posting on my Facebook and whatnot, like different suggestions, and a lot of you guys suggested a lot of good things, and I've tried to incorporate as much of those as I could. Then I've added some things that I thought would look really cool. Like right here we have a truck and tractor pull area, so if you have the pulling sled, this would be like a perfect spot to do this, right in front of the grandstands. And then this area right here, this is where I thought the loading or processing and loading. There's like a invisible something right there. But yeah, this is where you could bring your logs in from anywhere on the map and, you know, have a competition with your buddies, see who can process the fastest, you know, the neatest. And then also have like a little loading competition. You know, you can load them into the bunks, or you can load them into the the bunks, or you can, you know, once you've got them in the bunks, you can then have another competition, see who can unload them the fastest into a truck, which then of course you could you know, take to the sawmill and sell. So let's now get a overview of the whole map. Let's see here. So yeah, so this is what it looks like from up above. Yeah, so this section right here is where I would pull most of the wood for the competition. And then I think I left an area open right here, so you can bring in the equipment and then like bring your tractor trailers in and then offload them and then, you know, drive back out. And I will actually add a little area over here where you can park them, or I guess if you wanted to park them in the parking lot too. So yeah, here's this mountain, and then the other mountain was over there. I gotta turn up my running speed here. I'm a little slow. So yeah, and then you've got this mountain with the different trails, tons and tons of trees to choose from. They all are the same trees minus these ones. These are from another map, but these are all the same exact trees on Mountains of Isolation. I really like the bigger trees. I like how these ones cut. I don't really like the ugly pine trees. I don't like any of the other trees. I might add in a couple more varieties of trees throughout, but there's a good chance that this species of trees is going to stay. But yeah, get up above here. Yeah, the map's not, I believe it's a 2x map, but I've kind of just narrowed it down. I mean, there's not a lot of room, but when it comes to like a logging competition map, there's only so many things you can do. So I've really tried to limit the land, but also keep as much land as possible, if that makes sense. And like I said, I'm aware of all the different, well, not all of them, but I'm aware of a lot of different whether it's grass missing, or maybe floating trees, or, you know, trees that are doubled up. You know, then the paint textures might be a little bit off in some areas, or some areas might be a little rough. Like I said, I am gonna go through and fix all those, and if I don't get it done tonight, it'll definitely be up either tomorrow or this weekend. It just depends on how I'm feeling, but put a lot of time into it, so hopefully when it does get released, you guys will enjoy it. And I'm gonna see about maybe uploading it to Giants, and see if, you know, it can get, you know, they can release it. It would be kind of cool if it was a mod hub one. Now I'm sure there's a lot of issues with the map that I don't know about, but so yeah, so for now it will be for PC. Hopefully someday it will be for console too. Same with Mountains of Isolation. Right now it's just PC. I haven't even submitted it to Giants, just because I know there's probably a lot of things wrong with it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the different things. I've like I said, I've put a lot of time into it. I took a break from it for a while because Mountains of Isolation kind of took over, and then after I did that, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to touch Giants Editor for a while. Because for those of you who have messed with Giants Editor, whether you're beginning or have been doing it for a while, it can be very time consuming and very monotonous, especially when it comes to maps. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for today's stream. Super short one. I will be uploading this to my my page on Mod Network, which I think I have a link over on my Facebook page to that. I'll probably upload any edits I do to there, just because I know once it's there, because I was having issues, or I guess some people were having issues with the Mediafire links. It got deleted. So it will be on there. I'll let you guys know. Make sure you guys are following me over my Facebook page and also here on YouTube so you guys don't miss anything. And yeah, that's going to do it. So I will see you guys on Tuesday for some Trucker Tuesday. And yeah, so see you guys later.